make sure to hit that subscribe button. And guys, do us a favor. If you're watching live or if you're watching this later in the day, make sure to smash that like button. God, that looks a little bit too much like a gator chomp for me. I don't know if I can do that. Again, we'll just have to do it like maybe that small. I don't want people to think I'm a Florida Gator. Even though the Lambo we're looking at is blue and yellow. Guys, we had a massive meetup this weekend. So I talked to people for 5 hours. We had people coming in and chatting with me. It was so awesome meeting all these people in Vegas. Had such a great time. I mean, we saw people everywhere that, you know, recognized me and TJ, and it was very exciting stuff. But I did kind of lose my voice on Saturday night from, guess what, talking too much. And I do want to address one other thing before we get into this. There was a big debate. There were a lot of people that were really upset that on my video yesterday morning, I said TJ is not my best friend. TJ, come on the screen.
Yeah. What's up, bud?
I think,
up, friend?
Yeah, I think they were
friend.
upset that I said you're not my best friend. How do you feel about that?
I'm fine with that. I understand. I don't have to be your best friend.
You're fine with it?
Yeah. Okay. You're not my best friend.
Whoa. What?
See? Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm sorry I hurt you like that.
No, it's fine.
Because that really hurt me.
Somebody said they love their talk with Graham. Thanks for the super chat, Dave. No, but somebody in the comments said you can have more than one best friend, and we talked about this on the airplane ride coming back.
Yeah, we did.
That's not how that works.
No, the word best means best.
Exactly.
So TJ is like my life partner.
Right.
Kind of. I mean, like, you know, business partner for life, not
business partner for life. Yeah. And maybe you'll be able to
Bring
work
back
your way
TJ.
up. Maybe you'll be able to work your way up to my best friend.
That's right. Maybe so.
Maybe we'll see.
We would have to have our other best friends like literally fight each other to the death, and they both die, and then we can be best friends.
And we might be able to.
We would be after that.
Yeah.
I mean, if we removed our best friends from the equation, we would probably be best friends.
Probably.
So, Jim, Brian, you guys know what that means. Find a cage. Guys, we got a huge video for you guys today. As Bitcoin is pumping, we are crushing it on a trade that we told you guys we were getting into, and we have been killing it ever since then. Really exciting stuff. We're going to be looking at the markets. Guys, we got the biggest news that is going to come this week. If you thought March was going to be bearish and not bullish, got another story to tell, because it is going to be an absolutely massive month for Bitcoin. There's no way it's not happening. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, it's going to be a massive month all the way around. I think we're going to see a lot of action in alts. I feel like, you know, we've talked about before how the pandemic seems to have sped up everything by like 10 years. Automation, remote working, things like that. It feels like this dump at the end of February sped up the bull run by a couple months. We really needed that big, massive correction, but it came much quicker than we thought. And so I think right now we are looking at go time. We're going to be taking a look at Jack Dorsey and Twitter potentially buying a huge amount of Bitcoin. There's going to be massive news. We're going to be talking about Miami, Cardano versus Ethereum. At the end, I'm going to show you guys some of the top coins that we're looking at in March. And then we've got another video tonight where we're going to do an even bigger version of that. So guys, first and foremost, thank you for subscribing to the channel. 587,000 subscribers. At 2 p.m. today, we're going to have a video for you guys recapping our Las Vegas trip. The reason I say that is because one of the things that we did while we were gone was to visit Mr. Graham Stephan. A lot of you guys love Graham. He does a really phenomenal job on his channel. We actually went and met with him and hung out. He showed us some very interesting things that he's going to be doing on his channel soon that I think you guys will really love. But you guys make sure to go subscribe to Graham. We were on his podcast. It's called the Iced Coffee Hour. So you guys can go hit that up and check that out. We did.
And we
Look
actually.
at that guy.
Yeah.
Look at that guy. Wow. Oh, the people on this video, by the way, they really did not like the people in the background.
Yeah, I know. We moved at some point.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they told us to sit there. I think
did.
they just moved the cameras right at the last second. And then the other thing we wanted to ask everybody is go subscribe to that podcast. He said he doesn't usually get subscriber bumps from collaborations.
He just got one. Look at that.
Yeah, and we want to show him the Bit Squad. Bit Squad supports hard. So
Yeah, so you guys make sure and go subscribe to the Iced Coffee Hour and things like that. We really like him. I don't think, I'm just going to make a prediction. I don't think this was the last time we will talk to Graham. I think we'll see. Maybe it is. I don't think it is. We also got some other big YouTubers we're looking at collaborating with as well. So we just didn't have time to do it while we were out there. But some other Vegas YouTubers, we got to go back to Vegas, TJ.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean, we might end up having to get property out there at some point.
Yeah, we're probably going to buy a house out there.
Jim said if we get a house out there, he's going to be out there a lot.
Squeak, squeak. Let's get it. I like it. All right, guys. You guys like the squeaks? Okay. I don't know why I love them so much. I don't know. Okay. All right, guys. Let's check out the markets. Let's start here. Market cap coming in at $1.484 trillion. Excuse me. Now, here's what's interesting. 24-hour volume is very low, $132 billion. That is very low considering all of the fireworks that we've had in the last 12 to 18 hours. Bitcoin dominance coming in at 60.9%. Bitcoin at $48,956. Yeah, it is back down over here on Bybit as well. I just want to double check that because I am in a massive trade right now. What I consider to be a massive trade, especially for our challenge. So excited about that. Ethereum coming in at 1550. I think Ethereum's about to be making a big comeback. I mean, look, in the top 10, it is your second or third biggest pumper in the last 24 hours at 1550. You know, Ethereum just seems to get stretched on that downside pretty hard. Cardano, about to possibly slip behind Binance Coin. Both are moving squarely ahead of Tether. And you know, the interesting thing is when I was thinking about the bull market back when we were in the bear market, and it seemed like Tether was so firmly in that number 3 spot that it would not let go of it. And I just knew that in the bull run, you would have to have projects passing Tether, because that's what happened. You know, Tether wasn't even in the top 10 during 2017. And man, I got to the point where I just didn't think it was going to happen. Like, how are these projects going to get above Tether? And now you're seeing Binance Coin and Cardano clearly above it. Polkadot very close. And we know XRP is going the wrong direction. Still waiting for Litecoin to have a really big breakout. And I think Chainlink is probably gearing up for another round as well. Look at that. Bitcoin Cash outside the top 10. Can you believe that, TJ?
Yep.
TJ hates Bitcoin Cash. And look at number 12. Look at that.
Moving on.
Yeah, we're going to see USD Coin pass Tether, I think, by the end of this bull run. Do you believe that?
100%.
Yeah. Guys, here's a pro tip. Don't invest in Tether or Coinbase Dollar.
Yeah. Well, that's like also don't invest in the dollar in general.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, we are going to be taking a look at BlockFi sometime this week, where we are going to look at how you can make money with USDC. Graham told us that Andre Jeek, I think that's how you, or is it Jink? Jink? No, there's no N, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure there is. But
Is there? Let's look. I want to make sure I'm saying his name right. Let's see. It's Jeek. Jeek. I don't know how to say it.
Jeek.
I like Andre. We're gonna get him on the channel at some point for sure. But he apparently he was on the Iced Coffee Hour the week before, and he had told them that you didn't even move to Market Watch, by the way.
Whoops.
Yeah, and he had told them that he didn't even that he had been making a lot of money with USDC on BlockFi, and we are going to be starting to get ready to move some of our holdings over to BlockFi too, I believe.
Yep.
Probably a lot of ETH. We'll see what we can do. Okay, so let's look at the top gainers of the day. We have Phantom continuing to crush it, becoming a giant. It's up to number 49 right now. We have Engine Coin coming in at 42.4% up. Raven Coin up 41%. Pancake Swap and Venus and Voyager, all good pumpers today. Solana also up 30%. Holochain and Dodo. I want to know what Dodo is. What the frick is a Dodo? Aren't they extinct?
You mean like a dodo bird?
Well, I know what a dodo bird is, but aren't they extinct?
I don't know.
And yet here you have dodo living in all its fullness. You know one thing I think I've done a really bad job of? I think I've done a really bad job of when coins come. I know this is shocking. I'm going to admit fault here. When coins come into the top 100 and they stay there for a little bit, they kind of come out of nowhere. I do a really bad job of early adopting those projects. Like, what is this? There's a reason it's in the top 100. What's it doing? Like, we've seen opportunities we missed with Voyager token, opportunities we missed with Pancake Swap, and Terra, Luna, that's another one. They just got to show up and you see them every day, like pumping, 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 and you don't really know what they're doing or why it's pumping. And by the time you really do, one of those coins is going to be on our top coins of March tonight. And it's like, how did I miss this? How did I miss this? And it was there the whole time. So maybe Dodo is one we need to look at, because this is another one of these ones that's been popping up in the top 100 for a few days, and I know nothing about it. You see the name Dodo and you think, how dumb, what a stupid name, right? Like Dodo, right. Like, aren't they extinct? But you go to the website here. Website looks pretty good. It's got a little mascot, I guess, right there. DeFi project, obviously. I have no idea. I'm looking at this fresh eyes, just like the rest of you guys. But that's one I want to keep my eye on, because we are seeing it pump every day. When it comes to the top gainers of the week, this is one thing I wanted to show. Phantom has absolutely crushed it this week. We all know Forza is the guy that really, really put me onto this, and I didn't listen. I always got to say that. But Phantom is now number 50, absolutely crushing it. Other top gainers of the week, Polygon or Matic. We'll see what Matic is going to do with Ethereum and trying to bring a multi-chain ecosystem to it. And I think, there's some interesting conversations whether Ethereum and Cardano even are now the old guard. And then a lot of these, like DOT and Cosmos, what Polygon's trying to add to Ethereum, that really the future is, in fact, all these multi-chain ecosystems. Another of the biggest pumpers of the week was Solana. Solana up, 30% today, but it's had another massive week. We're invested in Solana. We like Solana. We talked about it a little bit on Saturday. And you guys, we got a lot of comments also on Saturday that you guys enjoyed having TJ on screen. TJ has his own little following, by the way. I don't know if you guys know that. I said, when we were at the meetup on Saturday night and all those people were there, like, I looked out over the slot machines and there was TJ. And I said, he looked like Jesus telling a parable to the people. I said, I was waiting for him to pull out like some fish and some bread. He was just like, I just saw him all over there animated. He had a whole crowd around him. TJ, what's it like to ride my coattails? Is it fun, in fact?
We have a lot of fun. I'll say that.
We did have a lot of fun. And TJ, I want to ask you this. One thing we didn't do a great job, I think, was getting pictures.
Yeah, I know.
Do we want to have anyone that got a picture with us to send a copy of that in?
Sure. Yeah. Anybody who has a picture, if you could send it to office@bitboycrypto.com, that would be great. I
saw a couple people tagged us on Instagram, and that was about it. But man, we really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed talking to everybody. Somebody brought their kids to come see me, which was cool.
Wow.
But I was thinking, like, your kids are in the casino. Wow. If I had my kids in the casino, might end up, in a poker game or something, and I might get down. I might have to put my kids, on the table. So, only if I had a good hand. Okay, only if I had the nuts. I'm just kidding. It was awesome when the kids came out. Got to talk to them for a minute. Talked to a lot of people that, this is the comment I heard all the time. I heard almost everybody that brought their wife or brought a significant other. The wife would say something like, I hear you nonstop at my house.
So my mom jokes about that all the time too. She says she hears your voice in the house more than she hears Tim's voice in the house.
It's so funny. I love Naomi.
Yeah. And you probably love hearing that statement too.
Yeah, I love it all. But guys, it was really overwhelming for me to talk to everybody. Just in a sense, almost everybody just told us how much that we mean to them and how much we've helped them in their journey, no matter what financial level they're at. And I think for a lot of these people, being able to see hope on how to get out of this daily grind from, working at your job 9 to 5 and always working to just stay ahead, just enough to breathe, and then realizing there's something bigger out there. So, definitely loved everybody coming out and talking to us about that. So let's move on over to Bitcoin and the chart here. The first thing I want to point out about the Bitcoin chart, just talking about kind of some data from Coinbase before we actually get onto the chart itself. This is from the Coinbase IPO as it gets closer to the public listing. The figures are indeed eye-opening. In the fourth quarter of 2020, the number of verified users on Coinbase's platform reached 43 million after adding almost 45,000 new users a day. The average number of monthly transacting users grew by over 30% in the fourth quarter alone to 2.8 million. So there's definitely a lot going on right now with people jumping on Coinbase.
And even institutional money. Look at that next one. Over the fourth quarter, institutional trading volume.
Yeah, right there.
Right there.
I see it.
That was huge, too.
Yeah, over the fourth quarter, institutional trading volume grew over 110% to $57 billion, while retail trading volume grew by almost 80%. There's more institutional money coming in than retail money coming in. Pretty crazy if you think about it. Company services 7,000 institutional accounts. Here's the point. There's a lot of really exciting stuff going on with Bitcoin right now. So let's take a look at the chart. And this was really, really good because, well, things are really good right now. I'll just say it like this. This is the move that we got yesterday. This is the 4-hour chart. This goes back to yesterday morning when it bottomed out. And kind of one thing I want to talk to you guys about, let's see, on Twitter I said, let's see, let me go. I wanted to see that exact tweet that I had. I didn't show this. You guys make sure you're following me on Twitter. Let's get to 160K today. That would be really good so we can reach more people on Twitter. But let's see. Where is it?
Is there a story with the I made this tweet?
Well, yeah, there is a story with the I made this tweet. It was basically where everybody was taking a chart that overlaid this bull, that compared this bull run to the last bull run. And everybody was saying, like, the joke on Twitter was like, I made this. And it was like, everybody said they made it. And so I just left the chart off. I thought that would be funny. I just said, I made this. Kind of like on accident, I forgot to include it, but that was it. It was intentional. Okay, this is one thing, guys. One thing you'll notice in this space is when everyone points to a specific price point, it rarely hits it. For instance, everyone and their brother has said 38K to 42K is bottom of the dip. Won't surprise me at all if 43K was the bottom of this dip. Now, when we go back and look, see what the bottom was, $43,600. I missed it by $6, okay? And I started looking at Market Cipher here, and I started noticing like some kind of bullish stuff going on across a lot of the charts. And we got this green dot. Now, this green dot right here was on this candle, okay, right here. And it didn't confirm. It was on there about an hour, and I said, you know what? For our 1K to 10K trade challenge, like I need to jump in this, and so we'll talk about what I did with the trade in a minute. But I started looking across all the time frames, and even on the 6-hour chart, you know, I thought we were going to get a big green dot on the 6-hour chart, but we actually didn't get it. Because I don't know why. I guess it's just kind of like, it seemed like to me, there's a very thin line here if you're looking at Market Cipher. Like it cut down under the negative 50 line right here, which I would have thought with this cutting under it, we should have got a large green dot at the bottom. But I guess because when we got the momentum change, it had gone back up a little bit with the momentum. And so as you guys can see, it's really hard to see. But right here, we have a small green dot, and that's the best we can get. But these dots, these green dots on the momentum waves on the 6-hour chart, like they're very strong. Which by the way, CryptoFace was handing out free versions of Market Cipher this weekend at the Venetian, which was pretty sweet. So a lot of people are really happy with that. So you never know what kind of surprises we're going to give out when we head to these meetups. The Atlanta meetup's got to be a priority, by the way. We had somebody who actually came all the way to Las Vegas from Dunwoody to be at our first meetup.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
Everybody was nice. Everybody was really great. So looking at the chart, what can we kind of expect right now? If we go to the 4-hour chart, I mean, to me, it looks like we're breaking out. And you know what's interesting when you look at Market Cipher and you see this right here, okay? This triangle actually means the reversal of a trend. So this is the reversal of this downtrend we've had right here. Sometimes you'll get a blood diamond. We didn't get a blood diamond on the 4-hour chart here. But the point is that right now, even though we've already moved all the way from 43 to 49, it's looking like it's about to go even more bullish. So kind of what we're looking for with Market Cipher is we're waiting to see if we get more of these yellow diamonds. The yellow diamonds mean it's continuing in a bullish pattern. And when you get 3 of these yellow diamonds after one of these blue triangles, it is freaking rocket time. I think we're going to be well above 50K, very soon. What do you think, TJ?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. You must not have been paying attention. So this is what I said yesterday on Twitter. Green dot appeared. This is when I went in on my trade. Green dot appeared but not confirmed. Put a small position in, but waiting for confirmation to pile in. So that's what I did. I put a small position in because on our 1K to 10K challenge. And what happened is I waited for the confirmation and then I put more in, and it has really worked out extremely well. Let's see, we'll move that. One thing I do want to show is the new pool. We are good on the new pool. If you guys are wondering what's going on with that, we've had a very large dip on the new pool, which is very bullish for Bitcoin, where we're going. Guys, and I did promise I would wear this, my Crypto Lark shirt. I just call this the Lark shirt because I'm going to Hawaii. That's me doing a hula dance, if you guys don't get that. Guys, he shared this, and I thought this was really good. Lark said, Bitcoin miners selling his stop for the first time since late December. Today, they switched back to holding. This is bullish for price reversal. Guys, you may not agree with my criticism of F2 Pool. You may not agree that they're intentionally dumping the price. You may not agree that they're leveraging it on the way down. I think they're doing all that. But you cannot disagree that the miner selling is the single biggest thing that pushes this market down. We've seen the numbers over and over and over again. The fact that right now they're holding and they're not selling all, like the miner pool in general or the mining pools in general, I mean, that's extremely bullish. I mean, you guys can see they were, and think about this, as much as they were selling, we were still going up. As much as they were selling, we were still going up. So imagine what it's going to do now. So we'll check out Bybit, and I'm going to show you guys my trade here. Right now, we're up $32,300 in the trade. We're up 0.65 BTC. Now, you may be saying to yourself, well, that's pretty good. We've seen you trade like a lot more than that. That's a 275% gain. Coming over here to, did I take that off? I sure did. Hold on. Let's see. I guess I'll just go here to the assets. To the assets. You guys will see right now for our challenge, our 10K to 100K challenge. Today is officially the beginning of week 2. So in 1 week, we went from $10,000 to $48,000 in 1 week. We 5X'd.
That's nice.
That's nice. That's nice. Right now, we're up almost $33,000 in this trade. I'm not getting out of this trade right now. I think that I honestly believe that we could stay in this trade and ride all the way up to 100K pretty easily this week. I think it's possible. I may get out of it at some point if I see anything bearish just to lock that stuff in. But we're almost at 1 full Bitcoin. So we've almost 5X where we started. And this is also including the fact that I got crushed over the weekend. I had gotten, as you guys see, and this has a lot to do with the smaller moves. With me moving on a smaller level, I'm running a stop loss. I usually don't run a stop loss, but I cannot lose. I cannot lose this money because it's 10K to 100K challenge. So I actually lost over the weekend. If you guys remember correctly, I had gained all of our losses back from last week to 0.21. And then over the weekend, I got wrecked for 0.17. So I almost lost everything I gained back on Friday. And we were still up about $6,000 for the challenge. And yesterday I started looking at the chart and it just started looking so juicy. I was like, man, I got to get in this. And TJ, what was your recommendation?
I did say hold it out and wait, because the Sundays have been bad recently.
Yeah.
But that was another discussion we talked about too, kind of like you were saying with the, right about the time everybody's calling for the same price point, you see it change a little bit before that. Just about the time everybody kind of came to the same consensus that like, hey, be careful on Sunday night. It always dumps on Sunday night. Just wait till Monday. So a lot of people said they were taking the weekend off, and then we got something a little bit different. It pumped up a little earlier than everybody was expecting.
Absolutely. And that's kind of what I was talking about on this tweet here, where it's like everybody was saying 42K, and I found myself guilty of it, saying like, oh, it's probably 42K or 38K or whatever it is, because that's the numbers. I think it was some of the fib numbers a lot of people were talking about. But the thing is, the smartest money knows to get in earlier, whether it's on the upside or the downside. That's what we call getting baked in. Sometimes these moves and this anticipation is baked into the current price. So that 42K number was probably actually baked into 43 because a lot of people said to themselves, if it goes down that low, I don't want to miss it. It might not go to 42K. I'm going to make sure to catch it at 43K. And then that's what we saw the price go up. So guys, if you want to get with Bybit and learn how, I'm able to make these trades, you want to show the screen? And take part in these trades, you guys can check out bitboycrypto.com/Bybit. Here you can sign up for Bybit, get deposit bonuses. You can also become an affiliate if you want to, have your friends sign up under your link. But right here, you can join our Bybit trading competition. I realized I didn't actually sign up for my own trading competition until this morning. We're going to be giving away $6,000 in prize money. And so right now, I signed up this morning, and so I got left out. I'm really, really, really sad about that because my gains would have put me already in the top 10. But I would be in number one right now. I'd be number one right now for gains. But that's okay. That's okay, guys, because I'm going to end up in the top 10 just like I did for the last contest before it's over. I don't want to win, though. I don't want to win. I don't want to, take the prize money. I want somebody else to win, but I do want to flex my rankings on everybody. So make sure to head on over to bitboy.crypto.com, click the Bybit tab, and you guys can go here and sign up for this competition. Right now, let's see where we're at on this trade. Just want to give one more check to it before we head on over and look at what the Bitcoin price is at. It's at 49.2. I think we're heading back above 50 today for sure. I mean, I don't see any way that we're not. But okay, let's move on. Let's talk about the Twitter Bitcoin buy. Twitter to raise $1.25 billion through convertible note offering. And here's what's interesting. This is a stock site. And if you guys want more stock info, let us know. Because I think that's something that's a direction. Kind of if you watch our Graham interview, what we want to do is we want to get more educated on the traditional markets. I'm just all crypto, right? But we want to get more educated on that so we can help you guys with it because there will come a time. We're already getting into real estate investments. That's something we're already doing. But, the stock world and funds and stuff like that, like there is a place for that in your portfolio. And so we're going to kind of take you guys on a journey where we're going to be learning more about that stuff. And if you want more stock information, please let us know. I think we got
comment. Leave the comment stonks right now in the
stonks.
Chat if you want to learn more about that stuff.
Yeah, Graham loves stonks.
He does.
We asked him specifically about that. I wondered if the stock people would be like upset about the meme, right? But no, they love it actually. Everybody loves stonks. But the thing about it is that we want to start adding more stocks to our portfolio as well. We use Webull. You can sign up for our link there, get a couple stocks for free on bitboycrypto.com/deals. But yeah, we're going to get more into that. Let us know if that's something you're interested in. I want to show Market Cipher with stocks, but I don't know. Is there a problem with that, you think?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know. Yeah. I guess it's just chart analysis. You can do that as stocks, I guess. I don't know.
So a lot of people saying yes, a lot of people saying no. Interesting.
A lot of people don't like stonks.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I'm one of them. But we're going to have to get exposed to them. It's how it goes. So speaking of stonks, Twitter is raising $1.25 billion. And so this is a stonks website. This is not a crypto website per se. So what's really interesting is in this rundown of what happened, there's no mention of Bitcoin, right? It just says Twitter intends a private offer. Like these are the facts. Twitter intends a private offer with $1.25 billion of aggregate principal amount of convertible senior notes due in 2026. Initial purchasers will have a 13-day option to buy $187 million of the notes. The notes will be convertible into cash, Twitter common stock, or a combination at Twitter's election. And so here's the point. Excuse me. The point is we think it's Bitcoin. Like we think that's what this is for. You can pull this up. We think that's what this is for. Twitter to pull a MicroStrategy and buy Bitcoin. The firm plans a $1.25 billion convertible notes offering. Speculation runs wild that Twitter would be next. We've already been talking about this, right? Jack had made a tweet. Is it on here? Let's see. Recently, there was a story about Twitter potentially buying Bitcoin already, and now you get this news right on the heels of it, and it seems like that's what's going on. According to a press release from earlier today, Twitter will offer a $1.25 billion dollar aggregate principal amount of senior notes due in 2026. Endeavor will take place in a private placement to qualified institutional investors. The statement described them as unsecured senior obligations of Twitter. So basically, they can put it where they want to put it, I think is what that means. Although Twitter hasn't revealed anything specific in connection to Bitcoin, the ever-vigilant crypto community saw an opportunity to debate whether the firm might allocate some, if not all, of that amount into BTC. Pomp, of course, had this tweet. It's going to be a while before we catch Pomp on Twitter, I think.
Yeah, they do a good job.
We like Pomp. If you guys want Pomp to come on the show, let me know.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Why does Pomp not have us on his show?
Because we haven't asked.
Let's ask Pomp. Pomp, we want to come on your show. Actually, yeah, you know what you guys should do? Everybody should go follow Pomp. Let's see. Let's go make. I'm following Pomp. If I follow Pomp, you should know that's somebody you should be following. Let's go to Pomp and let's see. Let's tweet. Let's see. If you guys want to see Pomp come on my show and me be a guest on his show, make sure to like and retweet this. Pomp, let's do it. You guys like the live tweets. Okay, here we go. Let's go to my profile here. Here it is. You guys make sure go like. Somebody had already liked it. Wow, y'all are fast. Everybody go to my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Make sure you guys retweet this. Let's get Pomp on the show. Look, whoa.
Click on it.
Look over there. Look at that guy. That guy's so good looking.
Oh, by the way, we did
Such a good looking guy.
We did get some comments on that video of people saying they want to see more privacy-focused content. And as much as we enjoy privacy-focused content, and clearly, you know, the rest of the internet doesn't seem to love it. So we do them every once in a while. We really care about that stuff, but you know, they don't. You guys don't seem to care about it as much.
I mean, that's the thing, guys. Is everybody talks about like, oh, it's a talking about altcoins or this going to the moon or whatever. That's what people want to see. That's it. Like, I loved our Great Reset series. I thought that was really cool where we dug into some of that stuff. But we get all these comments like, don't get political. Talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum only. We are really passionate about decentralization, about privacy, and about like preventing the world from becoming like the Matrix, like basically where you're just plugged into it all the time and you're the product. But in general, people don't want to see that. Those videos do not perform nearly as well as our other videos, and that sucks. Like, I hate that. I wish our deeper dive videos where we're talking about real issues would be our most popular videos, but they're just not. So, unfortunately, I had to learn a long time ago on YouTube that if you want to be successful on YouTube, you got to listen to your audience and give your audience what they want, and that's what we do. So if you guys want more privacy videos, then go watch those privacy videos and make sure you guys are liking and engaging that stuff.
And we'll work them in when we can, but
we will always do some of those videos for sure because we feel too strongly about them not to.
Right.
So, all right, guys. So just that was the end of that story there. We just don't know exactly if it's Bitcoin for sure that Twitter's buying, but we're pretty sure that it is. So, guys, let's talk about this. The thumbnail, the title, I think we talked about the most obvious reason why Bitcoin is going to go to 120K. A lot of people have been throwing out, and once again, remember, these numbers, it usually doesn't get quite there in the short term. A lot of people are saying that this month we could see a huge pump all the way up above $100,000, maybe even 120K. Why? Well, it's very obvious. The most obvious reason, the third stimulus check. How much, who's eligible, and when to expect it. Congress nears approval of COVID relief. Oh, God, COVID. Oh, God, I said it. Demonetized. Cannot believe I did that. God, that's 2 weeks in a row we said that.
Yep. No, but we're not.
I like Bovid. That's like a video of a girl shooting a bow and arrow. A Bovid. Have you seen those girls that do it where they get on their feet and flip their feet above their head and shoot the bows and arrows?
Pretty wild.
That's a Bovid. Those are the best Bovids on the internet. The internet. Come on, Diddy. Okay. Congress is expected to approve another round of stimulus checks to most Americans in March. House passed a $1.9 trillion pandemic, more than Bitcoin, its market cap, for now, relief package early Saturday. It's called 219-212. Hey, that was our room at the Venetian, 212. That includes $1,400 checks for most Americans and billions of dollars for schools, state and local governments, and businesses. Democrats and President Joe Biden counter that a robust aid package is necessary to prevent a long and painful recovery from the pandemic. This reminds me of Janet Notel Yellen when she said, most economists agree the only way that we can get out of this financial problem we're in is to spend more money. What? How does, on what planet does that make sense? That the more money you spend, the better your economy does. And I would argue that Bitcoin itself is actually playing a big role in harming the economy. What do you think about that statement?
Say it again.
Bitcoin itself is playing a large role in harming our economic recovery.
For the United States specifically?
Yes.
Yeah, because now we actually have another option. So smart people are leaving the dollar in droves.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're seeing is, and that's not a negative thing towards Bitcoin. I mean, it's just a far superior form of money. So over time, it's going to eat up everything, along with Ethereum and some other cryptocurrency in general is going to do that. But here's the thing, okay, is that if the point of this stimulus money is to give people money so they will go out and spend it, and spending that money, therefore, should help, the economy recover, which is never going to happen, right? I mean, because where's all the money going? It's going to pay bills, and it's going to Target, and it's going to, Amazon. It's going to all the places that are already doing well. It's going to the places that are already crushing it and eating up the small business and the mom and pop store. So regardless of even if that's what it was for, it's not going to work. But in addition to that, there's an account on Twitter that shows how much your stimulus would have been worth if you would have put it in Bitcoin instead of going out and buying things or paying bills with it or whatever. And if you think the last round saw a lot of money going into Bitcoin, wait until you see this next round. Wait until you see a 50K Bitcoin. That's where a lot of this money is going to go. It's going to go right into Bitcoin, right into investments. Smart people. Now, I believe we're not close to the end of the bull run. But I don't know if we get a fourth check. That fourth check that could come at the end of the year, that could end up being the one that pops everything. So who is eligible for $1,400 stimulus checks? Legislation provides a rebate that amounts to $1,400 for a single taxpayer or $2,800 for a married couple that files jointly, plus $1,400 per independent. Now, if you are, individuals earning up to $75,000 will get the full amount, as would married couples with incomes up to $150K. The size of the check would shrink for those making slightly more, with a hard cutoff at $100,000 for individuals and $200K for married couple. And let's just be honest, if you're making $200K a year, I mean, do you really need the stimulus? I mean, you don't. I mean, you may, be like me and just spend money out of control and everything makes you feel poor. But outside of that, most people that are making $100K, $200K a year, they're doing fine as long as they still have their job. So, a $1,400 check isn't going to do much for them. And this is bribe money anyways. This is hush money. These stimulus checks are hush money for you guys to clap and say, government, good job. Feed me more. Thank you, government. That's all this is for.
I heard a funny joke the other day. Somebody said, what was it? Like, believing in a politician is really there to help you is like believing the stripper really likes you kind of thing. It was really funny.
Yeah. You said she for the stripper?
I did say she.
Did say she for the stripper? Because TJ did get propositioned to bring a male stripper to his room by a random guy in the casino. I'm just saying. I don't know what that says, TJ.
I don't either.
But that was a true story. God, I wish we were recording that.
I wish we
had that recorded because that was so funny. Like, we're just walking through the casino and this guy just walks up to TJ and his friend Brian and just says, hey, guys, you want a male stripper in the room tonight? What? I was like, what would make like them think that, I guess two guys walk in the casino together. I guess that's where we're at. They think you want a male stripper.
Yeah,
why not, I guess, right?
Two good-looking guys.
They did not ask me. So I guess two really good-looking guys walking together because the ladies say TJ's good-looking. I guess they just assume, like, you want a male stripper. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that.
We just kept going.
Can confirm no male stripper went to the room.
Actually, we can confirm no strippers at all were involved at the Vegas Strip in any way.
Yeah, that's right. We do not go to strip clubs in Vegas. Just so everybody knows, we're a family-friendly show, but it's not just a show. Like, guys, we got pretty good morals. We do like to degenerate gamble. That is our kind of one vice. But outside of that, we can assure you, if anybody ever wants to come to Las Vegas and buy us drinks and take us to a strip club, you will be sadly disappointed in that. The closest we get might be playing poker at Planet Hollywood, where they have the dancers on the tables. Okay. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has stated a goal of getting the legislation to Joe Biden's desk by March 14th. This is the most important part of this whole article because we've seen this a lot, guys. We've seen the promise of another stimulus check like many, many, many times already. The Senate is where it's got to go. Right now it's in the House. The Senate could hold a final vote this weekend or early next week. And guys, Democrats are in control right now, obviously, of the Senate. There's not going to be a whole lot to do with this. Republicans don't want it. I mean, at this point, like, it's the funny thing is they don't want it. It's not based on like strong economic ideals of like, hey, if we just keep printing money, like everything's going to go to crap. It's more like, ew, Democrats, they're dirty. We don't want to sign it. Like, just sign it. Be done with this. Let's get the money in there. Let's get Bitcoin to the moon. Whatever. None of these people have your best interest at heart. So that goes for pretty much everybody. Okay, so next thing, let's talk about the breakout. Okay, Citi and Ruffer predicted breakout moment for Bitcoin. Mainstream investment businesses are starting to predict a breakout moment for Bitcoin. British asset manager Ruffer, known to be more rough than the next guy, I guess. Ruffer Investments. I tell you what, there's no rougher investments than in crypto for sure. On Monday, predicted the long-term adoption of Bitcoin by traditional financial institutions. Separately, Citigroup said the cryptocurrency could be at the tipping point for usage. The people from Ruffer said, we think we are relatively early to this. That's a beautiful way to say it. Relatively early. Like, we're not early. Like, we haven't been watching BitBoy Crypto's videos since 2018, but like now we're finally deciding to jump in. We're relatively early to this in the foothills of a long trend of institutional adoption and financialization of Bitcoin. Think of Bitcoin's bad reputation as a risk premium. As we move through the process of normalization, regulation, and institutionalization, that's a lot of stations, the compression of this premium can have a dramatic effect on the price. If we're wrong, Bitcoin will return to the shadows and we'll lose money. This explains why we've kept the position small but meaningful. Golly, it's not the size that matters, guys. It's the it's the size of the position. That doesn't really make sense. Okay, I had a good joke and I lost it in my brain. But also, guys, Citi said in a separate research note on Monday that Bitcoin could be at the start of massive transformation of cryptocurrency into the mainstream. The investment bank said, and guys, this is huge, Bitcoin could become the currency of choice for international trade.
Huge.
What does that say, TJ? You love this topic.
Yeah, I don't see the dollar staying the reserve currency for too much longer.
Do you think there's a middle step? Do you think we go the digital yuan or the yuan or a stable coin, or do you think we go straight to Bitcoin at this point?
I think it's going to get really dicey for a while. It'll be really interesting to watch. I think everybody's going to be kind of jockeying and positioning. I think a lot of money will go into Bitcoin, and it'll become, again, like we always talk about, like a digital gold. You know, like just like gold exists now, a lot of people hold it. It's the best store of value. There's still all other kinds of derivatives and things built on top of it. So I think we'll start to see that. We'll start to see big stablecoin wars, and, you know, I think there'll be two steps there. You know, there'll be gold as a reserve asset, maybe these SDRs like we talked about in the Great Reset as the reserve asset, but we're clearly moving towards a global economy. Who's going to win? That's what we got to watch and see.
And it was really interesting when we met with Graham, because if you watched our interview we did with Graham, like, he doesn't believe the things we believe.
Yeah, I was shocked. That really, I was really shocked.
So listen, like, TJ could not contain himself. It was like we were there and we were talking to Graham and Jack. Jack's really cool. We love Jack.
Yeah.
Jack is awesome.
He's going to be a crypto guy pretty soon, I can tell.
Jack is a crypto degen at heart.
Yeah,
he
just
is a
doesn't know
degen for sure.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said he just doesn't know it yet.
He doesn't know it yet. Like, he's trapped in the institutional in the traditional CeFi box. Get him over here to this world. That guy would do pretty well. He says whenever he buys something, it goes down immediately, which you're on the wrong side. You come in on the early side, not the traditional investing side, you'll be making that money. But the thing is, TJ could not contain himself. Like, Graham would say something about, like, what he thinks is going to happen to the economy or whatever. And, like, if we had any kind of break in the action, like, you could feel TJ, like, in the background just, like, trying to hold it in. He's like, Graham, you can't really believe that. What do you mean the economy is going to collapse? Oh, the inflation, hyperinflation is coming. Like, he would just rattle off. Like, he would have all these thoughts in his brain. And, like, the second there was a break, he would just have to say it. Like, it felt like me trying not to talk. Imagine that.
Yeah. Do you have any water today?
Yeah, we have today's show brought to you by Essential Water. I'm trying not to drink so much right now because I really have to pee. So if you want to tell the people, that's what's going on.
As you take 2 sips of 2 different drinks.
Well, it's kind of like me trying not to talk. I cannot do it. Essential Water. What you got? The Essential Water guys, Carrie and the guys over there, they sent the water to Vegas. We had cases of Essential Water in Vegas.
That came in clutch.
It did come in clutch. I need that. My voice was going all weekend. So it's funny. I think we pump Essential Water more than anything else that we do on this channel, and they paid us $0. All they did is send us some free water. That's how easy it is.
It's just fun.
It is fun. I love the fact that they saw the show was sponsored by water and sent that in. Absolutely awesome. So anyways, guys, that's what's going on. Breakout moment for Bitcoin. It's coming. Could this be the beginning of like a super cycle for Bitcoin? I've said many times, I do not believe that's going to be the case. One of the most popular questions I get is, what if I'm wrong and this bull run doesn't end and it goes on forever and it just goes up and we don't have a breakdown? I would just say, once again, what I tell you guys always, I will believe it when I see it. When I see it, I will change my stance on it. But the same thing people are saying now is the same thing they were saying in 2017. It was just on a different scale. People always think they're like, this is it. This one's going to happen. And that's part of the market psychology that leads to the breakdowns. So just keep that in mind. Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary, and interesting, Altcoin Daily and Elio made some videos last year. I think it's Elio's most viewed video ever, or it was for a long time, about the lies from these guys, from Kevin O'Leary and Mark Cuban and some other, big name people that are basically like, when early on, like if you look at Kevin O'Leary, as early as I think 2013, he said that, Bitcoin had some value and you may want to put some in your portfolio. And then just last year, he was saying, Bitcoin's trash. It's not going to go anywhere. Guys, you want to know where the institutional money is? It's guys like Kevin. I want to call him Kevin because I feel like he'll be on the show one day. So I'm just going to call him Kev. Kev, listen. This time we want you to come on in and don't FUD Bitcoin. That's all we're saying. But basically, watch what these smart people are doing, not necessarily what they're saying. And if you did that early on, you would get the sense that he was actually probably putting money into Bitcoin while he was saying opposite things. He was probably accumulating for years. He is a billionaire. Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary reverses stance on Bitcoin, says crypto is here to stay, invests 3% of his portfolio. What is let's see, what is his net worth? Let's see. Kevin O'Leary net worth. Let's see. 1.2 billion in, so what would that be? $3 million. Is $3 million 3% of 1.2 billion?
Roughly.
Is that right? Feels like it would be more than that. I mean, we have more than that. Feels like we have more in crypto than Kevin O'Leary, who's a billionaire. That doesn't really make sense. But we don't know what his investment portfolio is. It might actually be bigger. And he's probably actually, let's see. Is that 3 days ago? It says he's worth $400 million. What little bitty money? I thought he was way richer than this.
No,
I guess getting on Shark Tank is not that big of a deal. Let's ABC, will you call us? Can we come be sharks with you?
Yeah, Mark Cuban is by far the wealthiest person on that show by a long shot. I think usually if you combine all the other ones, they're still less than Cuban.
We should be guests. Shark Tank, ABC, can you contact us? We would like to come be guest sharks.
That'd be fun.
The only thing is that I would require is that I would actually wear an actual shark suit on the show.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. And I would just sit there and be dead serious with the shark suit on. Obviously I'd have to have a hole cut out for my face because the camera loves this, obviously. Or maybe I come in with the walrus.
Walrus, that's what I was about to say.
The walrus face. A lot of people are really interested in the walrus. Oh my God. This is going off the rails.
It is a little
Okay.
bit.
Kevin O'Leary, now a Bitcoin believer. He's Canadian also. Didn't know that. He must like
Maple syrup.
Canadian bacon. Yeah. Did you know that maple syrup is a market in Canada?
It's a market worldwide. Another one that's very centralized and
Very centralized. Yeah,
tightly
they
controlled
control
and
it.
manipulated. Yeah.
It's just like silver. You got maple syrup and you got silver. They're serious about maple syrup in Canada. It's crazy.
It is.
So, Canadian investor and television personality Kevin O'Leary has changed his mind about Bitcoin. He previously called the cryptocurrency garbage and a giant nothing burger, but now he's invested in Bitcoin and thinks it's no longer a fad. This thing is here to stay like Mounties or Moose, you know? I actually think digital currencies are here to stay. Most people that are willing to hold them, including institutions over the last 9 days, are willing to deal with the volatility. Guys, think about all the volatility that we saw, with the stock market over the last year. And we saw so much volatility, it was absolutely insane. We saw prices dropping, we saw oil going negative, saw a lot of volatility. I think what we're seeing is that institutionals and big money, they're willing to deal with that now because we're seeing it across the board. We're not only seeing it in Bitcoin, we're seeing it on the stock market, we're seeing it in other places, which I did see something that I thought was really funny on Twitter. If I can find it, that Dan shared. You guys know I love Dan. Dan's a nice guy. Can't find it right now. Maybe I just commented on it, but it was basically where he was saying that he believed that the charts, that he was saying that we were going to have a good day on the stock market, and basically it was like a 0.66% gain. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, TJ, you want to come on talk for a second?
Yeah, sure. What you gotta?
Yeah, I gotta step out for like 1 second. I'm gonna pee on myself. So
Yeah, sure. Let's jump through
to
some
the
of.
next thing. You want to talk about Ethereum or Cardano?
I was just gonna let you run and
Yeah,
do
go
what
do
you
that.
got
I'll
to
do
do,
it.
and I was just gonna read some super chats. So, you want me to go talk over there or from here? Yeah. So we got a super chat from Larry Moore. Do you guys think investing in something China truly controls like Bitcoin is a good idea, or do you think investing in Cardano or decentralized computing chain is better? I mean, that's something that's open for a lot of debate when it comes to China and the hash rate. You hear us talking about that a lot on the channel. It's getting more decentralized every day. I don't think it's a slam dunk to say that China controls the majority of the hash rate now. It's something to keep an eye on as the hash rate shifts, but I think Bitcoin is and will remain one of the more decentralized blockchain that exists. But that's one big point that I think a lot of people take for granted and don't necessarily think about when discussing decentralization, that it's not like something is or it isn't. There's all these. It's a process. You start, you're not decentralized, and you're always kind of progressing and working to be as decentralized as possible. So it's a journey. And Bitcoin, because of the way it launched, because of where it's at, has had a lot of different opportunities and unique things that can't get recreated to make it one of the more decentralized blockchains that ever exist. And wow, that was really fast. I only read one question.
Yeah, that's
And
it, guys. Today's
boom,
show
we're back.
brought to you by Essential Water. Thank you, Essential. Guys, I can't believe I had to do that.
I can.
You can?
Yeah.
Guys, we got to really we got to have like some kind of cut. That's why they have segments on TV, right? They have segments. They don't do it in one blast.
Yeah, we're working on
My
that.
gosh. Whew, that was tough.
We're getting a new stream.
I started
software.
dancing. I was in here just like, whew, that looks like I'm riding a horse. I'm going to say dancing. All right, guys, let's move on. The show's going to get much better from there. Okay, let's talk about Miami blockchain. Good thing I went to the bathroom before I got into this story, because thinking about all that water at the beach in Miami was going to really get me, for sure. No question about it. Good, now I can finish the rest of my energy drink. See, I'm in a bad spot because I'm trying to get in some better shape. So I'm trying to drink a lot of water, but I can't really be drinking that much water in the morning because golly. Okay,
So,
go ahead.
one quick question. Did you wash your hands?
I did.
Wow. Okay.
You guys can see they're wet.
Yeah. Chat was saying you didn't.
I did.
Wow.
I'm a quick washer.
And a quick peer.
Yeah, I'm a quick beer. I
All
mean,
right,
guys,
let's go.
make it happen. In a Twitter video, you did that, TJ. It was
I
you.
I know.
It was you. You can't ask me a question and then give me this. Okay.
Okay.
In a Twitter video posted late last night, Miami Mayor Francis Suarez announced the city commissioners had supported his resolution to explore letting residents pay city fees or property taxes in Bitcoin, allowing city employees to receive compensation in Bitcoin and giving Miami the opportunity to invest in Bitcoin. So that was a video. We're still trying to get the mayor on the show. We want the mayor to come on for sure. We had some connections, thought we were going to make it happen, but we haven't heard anything back. Also, still trying to get Michael Saylor on. That may be happening at some point. So we are having some talks with some people close to him trying to make that happen. But he said, I want to thank the City of Miami commissioners for supporting my resolution, which directs the city manager, after analysis, to procure a vendor to be able to offer our employees to get a percentage of their salary in Bitcoin, allows our residents to pay for fees in Bitcoin, and also would allow the city manager to cooperate with Miami accounting to allow taxes to be paid in Bitcoin. Imagine if you could just go directly from Bitcoin. Wait, what is it? That wouldn't even be a taxable transaction. Correct?
To be honest, I wasn't listening.
Oh, actually, no. When you spend Bitcoin, it is a taxable transaction, I think.
Somebody, Andrew Mendoza, super chat said you brought a new meaning to YouTube streaming.
Guys, you only get that high level of streaming on this channel. No other YouTuber has the balls to go pee during a live stream. Nobody else.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. It was a live stream, let me tell you. Guys, that was rough. I'm really glad. The show's much better now for me. I don't know if it's better for you, but it's much better for me now. Cynthia Loomis said, wish you the best luck keeping up in Wyoming. Cynthia Loomis, I believe she's a senator from Wyoming, or is she a Congress? I think she's a senator.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then Andrew Young said, as mayor of New York City,
Yang,
the world's...
Yang.
What's that?
Andrew Yang.
Yeah, Andrew Yang, he says, as mayor of New York City, the world's financial capital, he turned this into a campaign, right? He's campaigning. I would invest in making the city a hub for BTC and other cryptocurrencies. Imagine running in your platform as cryptocurrency. Andrew Yang really disappointed me in the presidential debates, by the way, because he never brought up Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Right? Like, that should have been his whole thing. Like, he could have set himself up to be like the Bitcoin politician. He had his own coin. Not saying I would vote for him either way, but I'm just saying, like, you know, I would have liked to have seen him make it more of an issue, but he didn't do it. Earlier this month, the Bitcoin 2021 conference announced that it was moving to Miami after receiving support from Mayor Suarez on hosting the event. They have a location now, don't they?
I don't know if it's an exact location, but an area. Somebody told me roughly where it was going to be. I don't remember.
Yeah, so guys, we already got our tickets. They actually made us pay for tickets. They said they're not handing out any free ones or doing media passes this year. But guys, we can afford it. We made it happen. Let's see, it still says venue to be determined, but we think we know where it's going to be. Guys, we are crashing the Maxis. I'm super excited about this. TJ, do you think there's going to be any issue with us being there with all the Maxis?
I don't think so, but you never know.
Well, this is what I found. You got a lot of people that talk real tough on the internet, and nobody will actually come up to you and say anything that remotely close to anything they've said about you on the internet. But I do expect, some of the ballsiest people in crypto are the Maxis.
Oh yeah,
because they're like billionaires, a lot of them. So
they're not worried about anything.
They're not worried about it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people see me as I represent altcoins on this channel. Like, people, we talk a lot of Bitcoin. We own a lot of Bitcoin. We talk Bitcoin. We're favorable to Bitcoin, but we obviously have a lot of other interests as well. And the Maxis do not like that. And they do not like me. So it's going to be really fun to go down there, and who knows, might have to get Nuck if you buck down there. You know what I mean? Might have to go down there and throw down a little bit. Might have to find the UFC gym down there. Okay?
I don't picture the Bitcoin crowd as being big fighters. Just saying.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think some of them, some of them that got the real smart mouths. Like, surely they've been punched.
They're great talkers. Just
talkers.
Not big fighters.
Yeah, I don't think Pierre Shaw is going to come at us very hard. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe some of them. Peter McCormick, I bet he can, but we're friends with Peter. We like Peter. He's not going to come at us in any kind of way, but
he's probably one of the tougher ones.
He's probably one of the tougher ones. He's one that'll probably say some stuff to your face and also say it, whatever. But we like Peter. There's a few Maxis that we like. Peter's one of them. Peter's been very friendly to us. He's been on the podcast before and different stuff. So, okay, let's talk about Ethereum versus ADA. I got to go backwards here. So checking out the Ethereum chart. God, look at that little hammer candle down there. Oh, it just went green. Are we on the right We're on the wrong candles for Market Cipher. Let's go ahead and pull up the right candles for Market Cipher. Look at this trend. Wow, absolutely crushing it. What's Bitcoin doing, by the way? Just taking a glance here.
49.
Okay, we're still up 0.63 BTC. I want to make a full Bitcoin on this trade. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the Ethereum chart, though, guys. Last night, Ethereum really seemed to bottom out, or yesterday afternoon. We actually got a green dot on MarketCypher for Ethereum back here. It was actually before the Bitcoin one. And look at that. We just got the trend reversal for Ethereum, meaning it's going to go up. I think we had it. We did not have a blood diamond on the 4-hour chart for Ethereum either. But we did talk about the green dots here that we got at this range for Ethereum. And like the only way when you get these green dots that you end up getting this down action here is when you get these yellow X's basically. Because if it wasn't for these yellow X's, it would have bottomed around the same range. These X's mean whale manipulation. If you guys watch our MarketCypher video over the weekend, you would know that. But I feel very strongly now that we bottomed out. You're going to get these X's, it seems like right now, at the end of every month. At the months when the futures expire and things like that, that's what you see. I think we are going to see a big, furious comeback from Ethereum this month. I think Ethereum is going to rebound, and we're going to end up being proven right on where we think it's going. Even though it didn't get there as fast as we wanted it to, I think we will see a massive month. What do you think about Ethereum for this month, TJ?
I think Ethereum will get back on track this month. I think it's going to absolutely rip. Like everything that was being held down from the futures launching, I think we're about to see it pop. I mean, institutional money has kind of accumulated probably what they're looking to accumulate, and now they're ready to send it.
Yeah, send it. Send it. So taking a look at Cardano real quick, which by the way, guys, we have now added Cardano to our daily check over here, so we can check it out really quick and see what Cardano is doing. And you guys know today, I think is probably a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing, where we've got the huge pump on Cardano right here, which we're going to do a fully comprehensive Cardano video tomorrow night. So you guys be ready for that. You guys know I am caught in a love triangle, a sloppy threesome with Cardano and Ethereum. We love Cardano and we love Ethereum, so that makes things a little complicated because their communities hate each other really bad, but we're fans of both. And so we can just come out and say positive things on both ends about both things because we think they're going to do well. I think Cardano is really shaping up to be a competitor to contend with for sure. And Ethereum is losing a little bit of steam in its market share. So when you look at what happened, I had so many people asking me on Saturday at the meetup, what do I do with Cardano? What do I do with Cardano? Where do I get in at? Like, I want to sell all my ETH for ADA. Not a great decision, guys. I know the communities get riled up when we make statements talking about the price is going to correct, but we had a correction. Now, I was saying I thought it could go back down to like $1.10. It looks more like, right here would have been around the bottom potentially, especially if the market goes back up at $1.15. Right now it's at $1.31. It was all the way up to $1.50. So let's just put that into perspective. At $1.50, $10 would have gotten you, God, I cannot believe it's at $1.50. Yeah. The numbers were crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just used to talking about it like 20 cents.
I was going to say it was at 5 cents forever.
Yeah. So let's just do it like this, okay? Let's just say that the price at $1.50, let's say you bought 10 of them, okay? You would have got 10. Why is my math so
15.
wrong on this? You got 15. Why is my math so bad right now? I'm losing track of what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's just say you had $15. If you had $15 to spend at $1.50, you would have got 10 of them, right? Well, if it dropped back down to basically $1, you would have got 15. You would have got 5 more. You would have got 50% more than you would have got at the peak. That's why, there you go. That's what I was trying to say. I just got lost in the numbers there for a second. But the point is that when it comes to buying in, you want to buy in at the bottoms, not the tops. And I told you guys, not a great idea to buy Cardano at $1.50. It's in price discovery. And even I find myself like feeling that FOMO of like, is it going to just keep going up? Now, we got an amount we're happy with. So we're not buying more Cardano right now. We're not buying more Ethereum right now. We have as much as we want of that. We're buying other things. Specifically, stacking up Bitcoin right now is something we're looking at, okay? But when it comes to these dips, like, it just feels very strongly like they're not coming, but they do come. And so anybody that got in down here, good job. This would have been something to do. You don't want to sell tops, or you don't want to sell bottoms. You want to sell tops. You want to buy the bottoms. And so that's definitely really good. So just kind of looking at the news around this, Ethereum rival Cardano is braced for a big week amid massive price rally. This was just released a little bit ago. So Cardano price has surged a blistering 2,000% over the last year, adding 300% the last month alone. God, we look like geniuses on this one. We really do. I mean, we have been pushing Cardano all month, and you guys know what we bought. We bought a lot, and that hedged against our Ethereum losses. So our portfolio is in about the same place it was even before the dip, or before the when the price was dipping. Like, we were hedging with Cardano, so we stayed pretty good. So I can't wait till this market fully bounces back and see what's going to happen. But the thing about Cardano right now is the Mary hard fork. We can today confirm that the Mary Cardano protocol update is now fully confirmed for March 1st. IOHK said that on Twitter. That's Input Output Hong Kong. Another key milestone in the Goguen rollout, which should be pronounced Goguen. I mean, the computer scientist just had his own name mispronounced. But anyway, that's a different story. The update introduces native tokens and multi-asset support, bringing exciting new use cases for Cardano. I think we're going to do 2 Cardano videos this week. We're going to do one that's kind of like a Cardano 101, kind of like we did with Ethereum back in January, a very popular video. We're going to do that same thing for Cardano. And then in addition, I think we're also going to do one where we talk about the potential for Cardano and why we're so bullish on it for the long term. I think that could be 2 really good videos to do that you guys are going to want to see. So, were you going to say something?
No.
Oh, did you just squeak?
You might just move my chair.
Oh, I heard your chair squeak.
Yeah.
Squeak, squeak. Do we have any squeaks in the chat?
We have a few.
Our number one squeaker, by the way, we want to talk to you today. I know you're watching this. We want to talk to you today. So, anyways. Okay, guys, if you want to check out Token Metrics here, you can go and move top March coins. If you guys want to check out Token Metrics, you guys can do that on bitboycrypto.com/deals. Get a 7-day trial for less than $5. But what I want you guys to understand about Token Metrics is there's a lot of different ways to use it. Probably the simplest way, where you're not having to do any analysis, is to use what they call their indexes or their indices, right? Indexes or indices. I don't know which one you're supposed to use and when, but I'm going to say both. Basically, you're able to copy trade what they have in their portfolios. And so when it comes to this one, I want to show you guys. Let's see. We need to be able to show everything here. Is that good? Did that mess things up?
No, you're good.
Okay. All right, guys. So basically, what we did here is we selected, there you go. We selected a very specific portfolio. Now, tonight, for our March video tonight, we're going to show you this based on all exchanges. You guys can see right there, you have different options. The way you can set this up is we set it up for trader, which means shorter term. You can set if you want to trade daily, if you want to trade weekly, if you want to trade monthly. And then if you want to have, low cap gems at $30 million or under, or you just want, larger ones. So we click no there for that. That's going to be if it's all low cap gems. Okay, so we don't want that. We want to mix of both. And then you can choose your exchange. You can choose KuCoin, Uniswap. If you like being screwed, you can click Kraken. Coinbase, Binance are all exchanges. So on the video tonight, we're going to do all exchanges, and we're going to show you the 4 coins that Token Metrics thinks you have to have in your portfolio for this month. But for this morning, I thought it'd be kind of cool if we show you guys, because I know a lot of you guys love Coinbase, if we show you the Coinbase coins that they're telling you you need to have in your portfolio. And the way it kind of works is you see the allocation here. And you can hover on each one. It's going to show you, how much is in that portfolio. It looks like they got about 20K in here. Let's see what that is. 14, that's like 15, 3,000, 7,600, 9,000. Yeah, it looks like they probably started with like 20K in here, somewhere around there. But these are the coins the Coinbase says, or the Token Metrics says you should have if you're in Coinbase. You have DAI at 5.68%, which is basically, that's the stable coin, correct? So that's the stable coin for Maker. Then you have, obviously, USD coin. One thing you'll find with Token Metrics, and we'll look at tonight, they definitely want you to have stable coins in your portfolio. The reason is stable coins allow you to stay liquid and to move into other positions if something else pops up overnight. Like if a new coin gets listed, you can take that percentage and put it over the new coin or whatever it might be. Which, man, when do you think Cardano is getting listed on Coinbase? When is that going to happen?
It's got to be soon, I think.
Yeah.
But it's felt that way for a long time. So
it has, but it hasn't happened. I'm going to predict 90 days. I think in the next 3 months, Cardano is going to get listed. That's my prediction. You guys know I love me some predictions. I love to guess what's going to happen.
I think you're right.
Yeah. So when we look at the other coins that they have, interestingly enough, we'll tackle these by by smallest to largest. Bitcoin Cash is their smallest holding for the allocation in the non-stable coins, 6.18%. The reason why they have Bitcoin Cash in there is just going to follow Bitcoin. It's just kind of a way to have your portfolio diversified, where you have different, you're able to take advantage of the price absolutely pumps, but it's going to move along with Bitcoin. Next, they have Basic Attention Token, which we covered over this weekend, has the most used product in cryptocurrency with the Brave browser. If you're not talking like DeFi and, just money products, if you're talking about an actual product outside of money, you're looking at Basic Attention Token that runs the Brave browser. Next, after that, they have Litecoin. I've told you guys for a long time, like, as soon as Ethereum pumps, I'm looking, maybe to move some profits over to Litecoin. That's not true. We're not really going to be moving out of Ethereum, but that would be a good strategy. We have ours locked away. We're not really touching it. But for some of you guys that want to get into some of these smaller coins, I would suggest waiting for Ethereum to pump, and then you can move over to Litecoin or Cardano or some of those other things. Litecoin is one that we do have positions in, and we are looking at Litecoin having a massive run up as soon as it's going to, right after Ethereum goes, we think Litecoin will rip right after that. Then after that, they have Ethereum coming in at 8.49%. I would think it should probably be a little bit higher right now. I don't know if that's kind of a reaction that AI feels like to the gas fees or just a recent price movement. I would personally, that's where I disagree with Coinbase at. I would say Ethereum needs to be a larger percentage even for this month. But we're for tonight's videos, we're going strictly with what they say for all exchanges, was like an all-star of coins. Here's very interesting. The second largest coin they have is the Graph, 11%. We love the Graph. The Graph is our fourth biggest holding. Fourth biggest holding in all of our crypto. The Graph is number 4. We have no ties to them. We've never talked to any of them. We're not an advisor for them. I just think that this one is really primed to be a big pumper during this run, and that's why we are really big on the Graph. And to see this confirmation that Token Metrics is too, like, that makes me feel really good, like we're still staying in it for now. And then the number one coin they have, of course, is Bitcoin at 35%. The standard line is you need 25 to 50% of your portfolio in Bitcoin. Everybody seems to think that. We are now making this a much larger priority for us. We've done all the altcoin stacking we really care to do. Of course, once we meet the number that we want for Bitcoin, we look at things like we want numbers. We say, like, we want this much Cardano, or we want this much Ethereum. We want to have this much Bitcoin. And then when we hit those numbers, we're good. We just move on and start collecting other stuff. So right now, our primary focus is getting Bitcoin, because I feel like we just don't have enough exposure to that compared to other things. So all the money that we're putting in, it's going to Bitcoin right now. And, we do have some smaller things, we move around and bet big on. But, we do think it is important to have Bitcoin as the basis for your portfolio right now, or at least something you should be stacking if you don't have any. Because we're not at the point where Bitcoin is ripped to $100,000. Once it rips to $100,000, like, it's going to be really hard to get 10 Bitcoin or 1,000 Bitcoin or 100 Bitcoin, whatever you want. It's going to be really, really difficult to get that much. And especially when you think about how, the scarcity is starting to kick in and things like that. So definitely something we're looking to do is add more Bitcoin to our portfolio. I would suggest that you do it as well. You can kind of take profits from altcoins that might pump and put it into Bitcoin, but you do want some exposure to Bitcoin on some level. Guys, right behind me here, just if you guys were wondering, this is our check that BB&T cut us when they closed our accounts. And this is their reminder. This is your daily reminder, BB&T, that we will have more money than your whole bank is worth. I want you guys to know that. When BB&T or SunTrust together becoming Truist, when they close down, we're going to have a big celebration. So really sorry, SunTrust, that you guys get lumped into this, because we do have season tickets for the Braves at SunTrust Park, now Truist Park. But BB&T, you can go suck one. Okay, all right, guys, that is all we got today. I hope you guys really, really enjoyed this stream. My voice isn't 100%. Hopefully, it will be a little bit better. We just did so much talking to people. Believe it or not, I did a lot of talking. I know that's absolutely shocking to a lot of you guys. I hope you guys who are at the meetup really enjoyed it. Don't forget to send your pictures in if you are there to office@bitboycrypto.com. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.